children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, in other words, Yah, if it be so that I have been blessed by you to have to conceive, why is it like a war going on inside my womb? Okay, so she says, if it be so, why am I this way? And she went to inquire of Yah. And Yah said unto her, two nations are in your womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from your bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. One is a child of promise, one is a child of the flesh. Okay? One is a child of promise by the Spirit, which means by the announcement of Yah. Okay? And the other one is a child of flesh.
The children struggled in her belly, was a fight from the beginning. Rebecca going through it like Father, what is I'm feeling? Two nations up in her stomach, she feeling pain but willing. The elder gon' serve the younger, this prophecy been fulfilling. First baby came out all red, the elder served the younger. Remember the scripture said, the second baby came out, that baby name was Jacob. These babies been born was the father's will. When Jacob came out, he grabbed his brother Hill. Second Ezra 69, I could read the spell. Esau sold his birthright for a meal. How you sell your soul, bro, for a deal? Isaac got old, he was about to die. Told Esau get him venison before he go. Rebecca heard it all, they ain't even know. Told Jacob to the flock, go get 2 goats. Jacob came to Isaac and he got the blessing. Esau found out and he started stressing. Esau made a vow to kill his brother Jacob. All up in his heart, generations of hatred.
Answer, because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are soon to be opinionated. It's okay to be different, and it's so okay to just be. The world awaits to receive you.
Excellence.
Absolutely.
The segregation is to get
The color excellent.
Okay.
Okay. What's the playlist in the whites only spot? They playing Carrie Underwood and Kid Rock. We playing Babyface and Diggable Planets. Ain't no overhead lighting. What are you talking about? Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. You know where I go. That's the problem with North Africans.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, where am I going?
Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. You know where I go. That's the problem with North Africans.
All right. Let me get myself on the screen. Blessings. Let me remove this. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. Yes, you're here with Grace Levi, and we're switching it up. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about white versus black people reaction to this segregation topic that Trump has brought up. If you don't remember, a couple of weeks ago, I just had an improv live, and I was talking about how the direction, the way things are going, and possibly, us living in a separate world because of what Trump possibly may do. So, yeah, we're living it right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at a few different reactions that has been floated on TikTok. So we're going to look at it from the white people perspective and from the black people perspective. As y'all know Grace Levi, I'm a Hebrew and I know the book. And with that goes to say, I know that God wants a multicolored cloak. And at the end of the day, it is good versus evil. And this is what you're going to see here because people's eyes are open. All right. So let's get to it. If you heard the first intro, I want y'all to re-listen to that song. I'm going to put my Hebrew brother, HezekiYah, video at the bottom because that song was called Esau and Jacob. And that's where this rivalry actually come from, if you know. the biblical essence of what's going on with allegedly white people against black people. Let's get to it. So let's press play on this video. I just wanted to, let's see how this going to play out, okay? I want you guys to get in the audience, tell me how you feel, because we got to talk about it. We got to make it happen. We living in strange times.
It's time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation. They are rolling back segregation. It is now no longer illegal to require separate facilities for people of different races. It is no longer illegal to say, here's the white water fountain and here's the colored water fountain. To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded. But we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is. They are rolling back segregation. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Because this time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets. Our black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas, because we have let this happen. There is breath in me. Will we go back? Is anybody out there with me? Go love your neighbor. It's time to speak up.
Let me see something. Hold on one second, y'all.
They're rolling back segregation.
I'm gonna have to say I agree with my white sister. It's time, because this situation has come to par because, and I can't say just because of white people voted for Trump, honestly, because there was a lot of people who voted for Trump, but I think it's really based on us being ignorant and not understanding what's going on and who we're dealing with. And at this time, you're going to hear the tone, because we're really not excited about this. I'm going to be honest. When I say black people are not excited about this, meaning that it's not going to move us. No matter what Trump does, we're not excited. We're not like our ancestors. And we're going to talk about it. It's real. But us not being excited doesn't mean that black people are not prepared. Let's play this, okay?
White people, how do you feel about the segregation there?
I would rather shit in my hands and clap as hard as I can. Segregation? No.
White people, how do you feel about the segregation there?
Shout out to Jasmine.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap on this box.
Yeah, because you already know we living in a multi-cloak country right now. And I want you to listen, because these are the white people reactions, okay?
Ignore the raccoons and hear me out. Obviously, everything is great. Every fucking thing this motherfucker's doing. However, just this whole segregation thing, right? What if, and hear me out, we just let them have their space? But like in every level, these white people don't want to sit any of us, fine. But like, we also don't work for them. You know what I mean? We don't give them any money. We don't work for them. We don't do that, labor. They don't get the migrant labor for $5 an hour. They don't get the black labor for pay. They don't get nobody's labor. I don't want to sit with these motherfucking unseasoned motherfuckers either.
Shut
So like,
the hell up.
so we could all just leave them to their whiteness. Like, how long will they really thrive without us 100%? My under eye game is strong.
And that's real. And that is real. This is the tone. So when y'all hear that song that I played in the beginning, I want you to know that Esau and Jacob came from the same mother. Okay? We are of the same bloodline, and white people, the ones who live under that cloak of separation, really don't realize that, and that they're literally cursing themselves. You're going to see. You're going to see. Let's finish listening. And it's not everybody. We know what it is. We ready, black people. Some people are still invited to the cookout. Don't worry about it.
Then hear me out. Honestly, everything is great, every fucking thing.
You know, black people really don't give a shit if they can't be around white people, right? Like, you think that black people give a flying fuck that you're not gonna let them into your racist ass place? Because I promise you they don't. What's really gonna suck is not being able to go into black spaces like that. That's gonna suck for white people who enjoy things that are cool and fun. That part's gonna. That part's really gonna suck. But like,
it's gonna suck.
We deserve to be kicked out.
Listen, I'm gonna have to say I love Leah. Leah, shout out to you. But it's true. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't know about many black people will agree with me. We don't choose to go into white people's spaces just because, you know, it's white people's spaces. We like nice things. But what that goes to say, it's kind of hard to deal with certain white spaces, and that's real. You hear a lot of professional black people, such as myself in the healthcare industry, that went through a lot of things in my profession, not only from being kept at bay and not being able to transfer unless it was good for them, but ideas being taken, being targeted because you are thinking outside of the box. And that don't only happen to black people, but I'm telling you, it's been a lot of situations that I've been listening to, just like mine, where they steal your idea and then fire you in your contract. So honestly, she's not lying. We are okay, you know, when it comes to those type of environments. So the tone in the environment that Trump is actually creating is amazing to us, to people, because we know the underlying feeling. We knew it was there. You know, that's why I always said I didn't agree with people like ain't no color line and I don't see color, and I don't want to hear that. Don't try to be woke, politically correct. You see color, you see different foods, different way of living, smelling, breathing, all of that. And that's how we're supposed to be able to feng shui, because this is a collective world. So when people say that, when they say, I don't see color and there's no racism, you're a whole lot and you gaslighting. And that's real. You should be able to be adult enough to be able to talk about these topics and the diversity with it and the controversy that comes with it. And that's what we're going to do here in Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. So shout out to you, Leah. You already know. Chicken wings going to be on. Let's go. I'm cracking jokes. But y'all already know that our cooking skills is on dope. So stop it. That is, you know. That's what one of the things they keep talking about. We ain't gonna be having no fun. I told y'all they know it's gonna turn to the Twilight Zone without us. Go ahead, Trump. Go ahead. You're gonna turn everybody. You're gonna make the white Anglo-Saxon Caucasian man, because you're turning your women against you. Look at them. They ain't playing with y'all no more. Let's go. Go ahead, Leah. Let's go on to our next person.
Okay.
Place on. I can't spend eternity here. This place. It reeks of fish.
She said some white people are good with this, but I don't want to, because I don't want to. I got mixed kids, and that's another thing that we were talking about before. How are you going to determine who is who when we actually have a lot of traits that's pretty much similar, because we have been mixed together? Even the people of God, the Hebrews, the slaves, we have been mixed into everyone. So that's why I say, as a Hebrew, it doesn't even make sense to say, oh, we just the chosen people of God and he only wants us, because we're literally a melting pot. It's literally about the soul now. It's what side you gonna be on history, and they picking the right side because people are done with this bullshit. Let's go.
What is gone?
I had no choice. I couldn't let them take my one true love away. Hey, dude, I ain't what you think I am. Baby, we all got secrets. It's okay.
And y'all don't know where this skit came from. This skit came from White Chicks. If you ever watched the movie, that was my favorite movie. I know all the lines. This White Chicks. She's so stupid.
Are you telling me that you are not? Yeah, I'm not a woman. White? Oh, the deception. The betrayal, man. You deceived me. Calm down. I'm an FBI agent. I was uncovering. Negro, please.
I'm sorry. I love this movie. I had to catch
Somebody
this.
tell you this was an all-white party. Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
I'm sorry. I love this movie.
Black people, we have got to get loud.
Now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite woman here tonight. Let's play it.
We've got to. We're going to have to. We've got to do something about what's going on. We have to, and we must to. And I agree with the videos that I'm seeing that they're trying to get the brown and the black people in the streets because we know what they want to do. But as black people, we have got to get in those streets first. We have to. They have been fighting long enough. And they have been fighting so damn hard. And now we're talking about segregation again. This is insanity, people. And anybody that is okay with segregation happening again, yeah, I know it's the federal whatever, but that's the first step to trying to get it into our states.
Mm-hmm.
The first. Believe me, we have got to stand up and fight this. We have to. And we have to start screaming louder. We will not stand for segregation and mistreatment of people. I stand with my brown and my black brothers and sisters. I know I'm white, but I stand with you. I will go down with you.
I like Rebecca. She said, I know I'm white, but we're going to have to take to the streets. They tired. I know they tired because I'll be tired. At this point, let's get it. I like Rebecca. I'm going to be honest. And I told you guys, a lot of people feel this because they know their history. Most of us came from a poverty-stricken history some way, somehow in our lineage, or suffered some type of disparity and or indentured servitude, and we had slavery. You know what I'm saying? But there were many Europeans that were stuck in indentured servitude that was classified by rich and poor, and basically suffered the same things we did, not as much as we did through slavery in the longevity to the extent, of our babies being cooked, ate by alligators, we're being sexed on sex farms. I could say all of that. And you know how we can literally, I'm literally black, and I'm saying this is how desensitized we are. We're over it. When we get like this is when you know that this nation is going to collapse. And this is why we got Rebecca right here like, oh no, I know biblical facts. They are our brothers. They are our brothers and sisters. I know the story of Esau and Jacob. And I'm not about to let these other people, these elite people that may not be human, okay, fuck me over. That's what she has said. Okay, let's keep it moving. Go ahead, Rebecca, because we ain't taking to the streets. We already know the protesting and that type is not effective. That's a demonstration. That is just something to how can I say, it's tokenism, a form of tokenism for us. Once we out there, like, it's just a sign that we're doing something, but literally a lot doesn't get done after we walk off the streets, and we're not playing anymore. We're not stupid. So yes, continue, Rebecca. I know I'm white, but we about to take to the streets. We're gonna love to see this. They're not gonna play. They ain't gonna play. This is literally biblical, where you're gonna see Esau fight against Esau because it's a small portion, I do believe, that's setting this tone that you see. I met many white people who the politics and the news that's fed to them makes them think away. And then as soon as they meet you, talk to you, I got black friends, but you don't know you got black genetics in you, okay? because you are from the same bloodline as us. Shem. You're actually from Shem. Okay? For real. White people are put from Shem. Go look it up. Semitic. But what y'all are chosen in the Bible. See, that's where everybody get all mixed up. Don't mean we special because we all in trouble. I'm just letting you know. Let's keep going. You know I gotta make it a history lesson. My white brothers and sisters. That's why y'all like Grace Levi for a reason. Y'all are cousins. Let's go.
If they want to beat us, beat them. They beat me too. We'll be beat right beside each other because I will fight on the side with you.
I love you, Rebecca.
We fucked up.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
Okay, so my heart's racing, and I'm probably gonna stutter.
Listen to my sister right here.
I apologize ahead of time. I am trying to reach all my white folks. Okay, and the reason why is because they're expecting Black people to act chaotic and go against segregation, and they're wanting them to kind of act the way it went down when the George Floyd thing happened. Okay, what if we got all the white people, the anti-racist white people?
Y'all, they planning something for us, and I'm making it light, but the white people our cousins planning something for us because they know. Go ahead, girl. What's your name? Spiritual Gangster. You know she got some black in her. Let's go.
And we came together to do a peaceful protest. Now I'm just in Texas, but imagine if we can gather different groups in different states and make this go wide. Okay, the impact that it would make, because we're not fighting for our color, we're fighting for other colors. We are not the same generation that they had way back in the day. Okay, we are different, and none of us want this crap. None of us want this. They're expecting chaos. We're gonna bring peace and still have our voices heard. My question is to all my white folks, light-skinned people, is who would come with me? Who would stand with me? How can we get this thing going? How can we get it together and make a stand and make a movement and make a change for the better? If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have anything, please hit me up. I am open ears over here.
Told you.
And I'm so ready to make this happen.
They planning something.
And yeah, keep us in your prayers. Is all.
We are gonna keep y'all in your. Don't worry, they're not gonna attack y'all like how they gonna attack us if we get in the streets. Look into this comment right here. It says this is a curvy literature. They're tired of being treated poorly. It seems like they are happy to build their own communities without us. But I doubt we're going to let that go that far, for real. I already stand with BLM. Now, you know, when we did the Black Wall Street, you know what they did. Everything in their power to destroy Black Wall Street in all of the several Black developed communities that was post-slavery. Okay? This is what we have to be prepared for, Black people. And that's why we have to really be meek in the way that we approach this. Okay? And remember that the revolution will not be televised. So we can continue to have these conversations, crack jokes, and let them watch that. But if you have any real movements, I advise you to do guerrilla warfare at this point, because even though she stand with us, that statement makes me a little nervous, not to say that she's gonna do that, but she knows what white people are capable of. Our system is the United States system is capable of, which is built off of the European nation. Every time we build something, it's destroyed. Every time we try to get something together, they got pro-intel and pro. They destroyed the Black Panther movement. Then took the breakfast program that they're dismantling right now. That was from the Black Panthers movement. Okay. And you know how young those people were in the Black Panthers? They was about from 17 to 24-year-olds who made that big movement. They continue to do this. This is why we're not going to do the same thing. And they don't know what we're going to do. We're not going to allow you to put M law on us as we march and allegedly destroy our own communities. We ain't stupid. So thank you so much, because it seemed like others going to do it, because biblically, what happens when Esau separates from Jacob, it is the same thing as though you remember in, that's why I put that movie Moses up. That was great. Go look at the community page. When the Pharaoh hardened his heart, when God said, let my people go. And he kept on. What came? What came? The plagues. Who suffered? The Pharaoh's people. They know that story. Something similar happened in Revelations. Something similar happened in Obadiah. There's many warnings, and they know that they're not going to let it go down like that. So shout out to you guys. Take to the streets. Take to the courts. They got most of the money while we still focus on building the Black community. That's the best that we can do. Okay? And if you want separate, it's okay, because we got the top restaurants in Atlanta, dog. And most of them is Black owned. Come get it. Let's finish listening to them.
All I'm gonna say, because I am so ready. I'm ready.
Go ahead, girl.
And this is for, we say Blacks because back in the day it seemed like it was mainly Black, but it's really not. You got Blacks, you got American Indians, you got Asians, you got Mexicans. I hate to break it down to you guys, but if segregation happens, if it's happening, and they decide to really go full-fledged with this, all those colors are going to be considered
Black.
Because if you ain't white, you ain't white.
You're Black.
If you got light skin, meet up with me and let's start making a change.
She said, listen.
White people,
She said, if you got light skin, meet up with me. Shout out to you, boo. You know you coming to the cookout when we minding our own damn business, collecting our own money at a point, because you're pushing Black people into a corner. And that's, I'm smiling because I think this is the best position we could be in. I literally was waiting for this. I'm going to be honest. I've been waiting for this moment that Black people woke up and realized that this system is totally against us, and the people that smile in our face that runs the system and the corporations, they don't like us. It's something embedded in them, and it's a biblical thing. And when I say they, it's a group of they. So if that they don't hit you, that means you're invited to the cookout. Let's go.
You guys are confusing me. I thought y'all wanted segregation back.
You'll go back and watch the video I'm stitching from. If you don't follow DJ Soul Child, I don't know how you don't, but if you don't do it, that's a real one. If you go look in the comments and separatists, and I've said this before, all of the comments are individual pronouns. I, me, this white person. White people don't want segregation because they know for a fact that they have no conceptualization of community. They don't know how to unite. They gather and they congregate. We are not our ancestors in that you're not going to take our labor, take our work, and then send us home to take the scraps. Our soul food is no longer the bottom of the barrel. So you'll see in the comments, well, I didn't vote for him. I don't want segregation. This white person has never blah, 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 blah. Not we the people, us, the white community, because they don't have one.
And that's why it's so important for the white community to go out and stand up on this particular issue, because the representation of the total picture of white people is, it seems like a white supremacy. And if you don't agree with it, the the individualism is not going to stand strong now. And that's why white people are like, yo, we're going to have to get together and show them that those are different type of white people. We ain't those white people. And that's what's about to really happen. That's why it's so important for us to talk about this, because we see what's about to happen. And this is what happened in Obadiah. I keep saying it. Y'all going to want me to go through that story verbatim with y'all? Not right now.
White people have learned enough in this day and age to know that if our blackness is not crocheted and knitted into the fabric of society, everything needs to go wrong. No, but honestly, it's true. And we as black folks, like, go ahead. I personally am like, let me see you do it. Let us have our own hospitals, and then we'll see how many nosocomial infections we get and what the birth rate looks like for us. Let us have our own separate bathrooms and see how many diseases and cooties spread around. Separate us by work and let us see who the real daily hires are. White people don't want segregation because they know they're going to be exposed more than they already have. And they know that their ability to thrive and succeed is built off of our backs, our shoulders, and our unpaid labor. I wouldn't want segregation if that was them either. But I'm not, so bring it.
Yep, I'm telling you, only the Hebrews, shout out to you, Herva. I'm not only the Hebrews, but Hebrews right now, we are sitting back like ready for this. A lot of us is laughing. When I first heard this, I was dying. I was like, oh my God. Yes. Everybody like, what? I said, finally, the day is here. This is the day that God has made, because every dog has his day. And biblically, when they separate from us and their heart becomes so hardened from us, they're going to get their recompense. That's just what it is. So we're moving along pretty well when it comes to the timeline. Now, how are we going to endure it? That is the question. So even though we say it lightly, like, yeah, we know what's going on, God prepared us, we still have to have endurance, and we still have to anchor love in the midst of this, because that's what they're missing. That's what Trump and everyone who supports this type of agenda is missing. They truly have hate and despair in their heart. So imagine how the hell they live. That's why we sitting here laughing, because even through all of despair, through the slave trade, do you understand when the actual edict went out to separate the Jews that wouldn't turn into Christians, that they took the babies, they separated the kids, our babies from us, and killed parents? Do you know we know our history and we can still smile? It's nothing that this system can really do. I'm going to be honest. It's a good amount of us that's ready. And remember, I'm just being honest. If y'all believe in a flood, it only took a few to procreate to make the world over again. So he really don't need all of us. That's why we have to anchor our hearts correctly. Look at this situation correctly. We're not about to play with them. That's why we able to have this conversation. I'm like, Bumpy, we're going to do this. We're going to do it lightly, because it's nothing that they're going to harness in us to make us go outside and give them what they want, to lock everybody down. Not us, not just us, but everybody, and put a chip in your ass. I'm just playing. I'm not playing. Moving forward.
White people. Whoa there, Fairler. Man.
Hold on, let me fast forward. This is a comedy little sketch. It was funny, but I said, let's play this one. She was a little stressed. Let's play my baby over here, and then we're gonna get to the black people response.
Hold
on.
Guy, everybody always fine. Like, I see that you're cool. You see that I'm cool. No. And thanks to the Trump administration, they've rolled back a lot of segregation laws. So, I mean, not that they ever tore down the original separate water fountains. They're just going to put the sign up once again that says blacks only. There are a lot of people who think if segregation comes back, it will be to their advantage. It will be to such the disadvantage of white population. And frankly, I think it's going to be good. There was a white woman who went into some bar the other day and she filmed it. Wearing a MAGA hat, she walked into a bar and like automatically the owner of the bar was like, get out of my bar. You can't deny me service. No, your kind went to the Supreme Court to ensure that I can deny you service. Your beliefs are not my beliefs. Get the hell out of my bar. I voted for MAGA and I'm white. You can't deny me. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we absolutely can. And she's filming it. And you can almost hear in her voice, she's absolutely sure she's going to post this video and she's going to become instantly famous. How dare this bar deny her? And instead the comments were like, know your place. That is not your space. Last time there was segregation.
Sorry, y'all.
Minorities couldn't go into white spaces, but white people went into minority spaces. There's always some stereotypical photo of like some socialite from Fifth Avenue up in the Harlem in the jazz clubs being like, oh, I'm mixing with the cool people.
Yep, and it was always like that. When they segregated us, you saw white people coming into our space, and guess what we did? Guess what we did? Let them in if they got a car pass because we could smell. No, we can't because y'all infiltrated the Black Panthers. I'm just gonna be honest. No, it was black people infiltrated their own Black Panthers. Oh, yeah, I just got sidetracked. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's just let her go. Go ahead, baby. Let's let you finish.
Smoking a funny cigarette. And then, inevitably she marries a Vanderbilt and, settles down and remembers her side of the town. This time segregation comes back. Segregation should be to keep the white people out. It would be good for minority culture, but it would be outstanding for white culture to finally understand, really get the point. No, we're gatekeeping. Hairstyles and food and flavor.
They saying things that I'm uncomfortable saying, but I want to. Go ahead, baby. We can't even say this type of stuff without people calling us racist. You can't call her racist. You know this my cousin? You know this my cousin right here? Go ahead, cousin. Let's go.
And music and culture, all of this is ours. Not for you. Kardashians can't no, these are Albanian box braids. It's our culture. It is not, frankly. As much as it will not benefit me, I think it would be to the benefit of white people to feel segregation, to go through segregation for, let's start with 300 years. That seems like the right number. And we'll check in to see how they're doing and maybe start some other new version, DEI 2.0. That's in white culture. White women should probably make their own group too. There could be MAGA, white women, minority, separate, not equal, and definitely learning some lessons. Grow with love.
What the hell is she talking? Grow with love. She's so crazy. Let her finish.
In this phase that until it affects me, I don't care about it. It's short term. Because you give me back my Social Security, I'm no longer interested in everybody else's struggle too.
Oh, let's pay attention to that. She just threw a token out there. If he restores Social Security and gets some back tokens, and white people gonna fall back. Nah. Y'all y'all love our culture. Y'all love everything about black people. You know you love us, cousin. Let's go. You don't give about no damn Social Security. They're like, bitch, we still gonna have to pay your ass taxes. Fuck you, Trump. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Long term, deny white people everything they feel entitled to. Long past time for that lesson to be taught. And yeah, it's going to be super hard keeping white people out. You saw how many struggles with the blue bracelet idea. I admit I'm not going to like it, but I think it would be to the benefit of all. Okay.
Whoop. Now let's hear what the black people has to say.
I think what is blowing my mind is the fact that all the black people are. Oh, this is going to be us coming down for 4 years. This is going to be us keeping our money and everything to ourselves. I'm okay with being in a bag. I'm okay with not going to y'all's white restaurants. No, we had way less employment opportunities. Let this black person be qualified for a job.
You already know this Negro is dependent on the system. We gonna let her finish, okay? Baby, you gonna be halfway in and out because we already know we're not gonna be able to get no job. Create your own job. The hell is wrong with you? You got that tag on you. You look like a nurse. You're brainwashed. Let's go.
You're not giving still. This white person is giving.
And if she a nurse, that's a damn shame. She know how many black women has died in labor. Do you know 3 women? I forgot what hospital it is. I'm going to talk about on my Nurses to Nurses News Network Instagram page. Check me out. I'm about to get that running again. 3 black women died in the middle of a C-section at this one hospital. Stop playing, stop playing, stop playing. Okay? We ain't missing out on a lot. I'm just being honest. I love what we got. But if we were able to, if you want us to separate and you didn't do anything to try to block our damn hustle, like the regulations, this is what stopped us from creating businesses. Every time we went to create businesses and doing stuff, let me give you an example. Ma'am, in the hood, they were doing the babysitting thing. Y'all remember? And the home health thing. where they were creating daycares at home, and then taking care of their elderly parents and getting paid from the state. Oh, when the black people had 50 kids in their house, regulation. I'm just playing. But when we were making money off of that, it so much regulations came down. It was inconceivable. It was unrealistic for black people to keep up with the regulations. I.e., we got to make sure our priorities correct because we get that damn money. Motherfuckers be in the biz like, I'm making money instead of putting the shit back in the business. You know, I'm going to get on you, black people. But let's get back to what she's saying, because she's saying that we should not be happy, that we ain't going to be able to get no jobs. And what I just told you, they ain't going to be able to steal our damn ideas. And you're going to see how good that business run. Now, I ain't saying white people stupid, but I'm going to just say this. The marriage system that they allegedly talk about that they want to implement, they have far exceeded the need for that. Meaning that I have had, and I ain't the smartest cookie in the world, but I have had idiots over me. I had nurses become regional nurses over pediatric home care industries for the whole region. She never even took care of a damn pediatric baby or even touched a ventilator. And my black ass had to train her. Y'all know I'm getting right here. What I just had, post-traumatic stress. I'm just sorry. Oh, let me stop. This is why we don't give a fuck. Young black and don't give a fuck. I just had post-traumatic. Fuck all that shit, Peggy. We'll be all right. We're going to struggle together. Let's finish listening to what you got to say. We ain't worried about the job you talking about, girl. You just made me have post-traumatic stress. But I'll move the fuck on.
That we're less experienced and less everything. Black people did stuck together because they had to, not because they wanted to.
What?
Truth be told, if shit really hits the fan, we ain't even gonna have each other's back.
Well, right now we got to, even if we don't want to. So this is the best situation we in right now, and that's a damn shame. If you said that, I don't know who taught this girl her history. Talking about we stuck together because we had to, we didn't want to. Your mother must have been cursing yo out since a little kid. Talking about I just had to take care of you. I didn't want to, girl. Who the hell done raised her?
Any type of doctors, any type of grocery store owners, where do you think they got their food from? They still had to get it from the white man. So in general, we still had to get from them. So I just don't see an understanding of why everybody is so happy about something like that.
Okay.
When our ancestors done all tooth and nail.
You not invited to the cookout. You not invited to my cookout, girl. Girl, you done crossed the line. Our ancestors fought because they were stolen from another diaspora and shipped all across the world to the four corners according to the Bible. That's why we fought, because we were going to be enslaved for fucking ever. That's the real reason. And while we were at the lands that we were in and trapped, we was like, fuck it, let's fight for some freedom while we here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what comes next. Yeah. I'm not going to fast forward her. Let my sister finish talking. She's getting on my nerves.
For us to get out of this, and now that we're out, we're wanting back. Pick up a book, read.
Yeah.
How it actually affected Black people.
We did.
This is.
Hey guys, isn't this great?
It's a little funny, y'all.
These racist zombies are leaving us alone. Come on, we having a party. The beer is here.
This is TikTok. This is our TikTok, okay? Black people don't care.
Honestly, thank you. Look better already.
Oh, ooh, girl. Why you talking about something? He trying to open segregation back up. Like, we talking different bathrooms for white people and Black people, restaurants for Black people and white people. You know, segregation, girl, this done made the headlines and everything. What are you gonna do?
What we gonna do?
This actually is hurting my soul.
I'm actually grieved, and I hope this is a lie. I hope he joking, girl. I know the other people are laughing and rejoicing, and they don't care, and they saying somebody check on you. But this actually grieves me that he would do something so disrespectful like that. And contrary to the other black people that are happy about this, I'm not happy about this. I don't like this for you. I don't like that. It's given he played you. And I'm not acting with that.
She said he played
Please
you.
come tell the people how you feel about that. Because this ain't me.
Yeah, she said, I don't like it for you because he played you. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
It's a joke.
Okay. I just had to get on here and make this comment. I watched a lady from another race make a video saying, oh, Poe, woe is black people because Trump restarted segregation. Black people don't mind their own bathrooms, they own retailers, they own banks, they own cities, they own lands. That meant something to people many, many generations ago. But these generations now, we will take our own all the time.
Every day.
But I'm going to tell you like generations ago didn't tell you. When we become successful this time, when our money start going to our own communities this time, and we start excelling over other races, don't come burn them down.
You saying?
Okay.
On social media and everywhere, they want to bring back segregation. And the reaction that I'm seeing out of that is all the black people like, yeah, let's do it, yeah. I'm tired of eating this bland food. I'm tired of eating food with no seasoning, blah, 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 blah. Which is cool. A part of me think that this could be a good thing for black people. However, it's all fun and games until we have to drive miles and miles away to a hospital that takes colors. It's all fun and games until we have to drive miles and miles away so we can go to a grocery store that serves colors. It's fun until we have to go to our dilapidated schools with outdated books, outdated technology, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm going to stop right there. One of the things that I really don't believe that is going to happen because we are very talented people. And when you do your research, we have invented and we have been the pioneers of a lot of technology and as well as pioneered a lot of innovative techniques to help get people better. Because, I can't say cure because ain't nobody cured nothing in America. But what that goes to say, I don't believe that real business people who look at it from a perspective of generational wealth building and continuing to build their business would actually do what Trump is actually saying, and that is not hiring black talent. Our talent is different. Our talent is very different, and you know it. Even when you guys watch those little African TikTok, I be looking at them African kids, they be making straight solar panels out of plastic bottles. Okay? The most talent you can find right now is in a jail with a bunch of black men making inventions and shit. We are a very talented, multi-cult people, and the system will severely suffer. Now, as far as us having places to have babies, have health care, those things we can actually circumvent pretty fast if we just put our mind to it, because we're literally a lot of us are leaders in our field. All we have to do is have the backing, which and continuous backing from our people. So I really don't think it's going to be a problem when it comes to that aspect of it. But I'm gonna let him finish talk because he's the most sensible one as far as when it comes to the black responses that I got when he talks about, hey, we cracking, joking, laughing, but what does this really look like?
Because you know what white flight does, and you already know what's happening with our schools in these inner cities, especially in Cleveland.
And while he talks about that, that's what I wanted to mention. The school situation is not only going to affect black people. He's hitting the total federal education system, which takes a good amount of bulk of money from each state, each county. So that's going to affect every child, okay, if they're not in a private institution. The best thing we could do is take what we learned from Ovid and start homeschooling. It's real, regardless, because the curriculum that's in America right now, school system, not effective. Not effective across all color lines. Because if you go look at the statistics, just do China versus American education. Oh, we ain't nowhere in the 98 percentile. We in the probably 20 and 30 percentile. And I remember looking at that a couple of years ago. It was a damn shame. And I think by Trump dismantling the federal system, though us being able to tally that information and weigh it against other nations, that's another thing he's trying to cover up, the actual stupidity of Americans. But they thought we were dumber than what they were. I think Elon Musk, and I think it's more Elon, I think he thought that we were so dumb as a nation, and not just black people, just all people, that we were at servitude status, and that he can come in and do whatever the hell he wanted to do, and we were going to roll over like motherfucking that damn Tesla truck every time you see it coming down the street, looking like this shit is about to topple over or is ready for Vietnam. I hate the truck. I hated it before, but I'm going to shut the hell up. It's just the ugliest thing I ever saw. Just the ugliest. I said that he was getting us prepared for World War with that shit. I said, y'all don't see this as a prophecy truck? That truck is the truck that's in RoboCop. A lot, yeah. Fuck around, find out. Man, we got this fool. And we ain't as dumb as he thought. So this shit ain't working out the way he thought. The white people that he thought would just identify with a skin color, shit. The green is what's actually everybody identifying, and we all motherfucking broke. That's why you got our cousins talking about we gonna have to get together because we not about to let our black cousins suffer anymore. That's what you're getting, Trump. Fuck around and find out. They like us better than your ass. Let's play.
If we are going to do this, it is essential that we focus on building hospitals, building schools, building grocery stores. I think we got fashion on lock. The bundle industry, braiding industry, all of that. We have that on lock. We have the content creation on lock. We need to start holding these millionaires and billionaires in our communities that truly care. We need to hold them accountable. Let's start building schools for us. I'm not talking about no charter school, and I'm about to sound like Dr. Umar. I'm not talking about no charter school where everybody can come. No, if they're gonna do this, we need to come back with our own stuff. And we need to put millionaires and billionaires that are black and that care about the predicament of black people, and we need to start holding them accountable. And it's not just on holding them accountable, it's on holding ourselves accountable. We have to be able to support these people no matter what. If that's giving $1 away, yeah. If that's giving $5 away, yeah. If you get it, if that's giving 1,000 away, yep. If you got it, that's like giving 1,000,000 away. We need to start.
Listen, this is what I say. I think if we pick 10 people within our community that we support, and those 10 people could have 20,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and they get $1 from each follower. Me, I got 10 people. I give $1 to each person I support. They got 20,000. So each month they're getting $20,000. And each month we are only spending $10. You see how easy that works? That's why I say support me with $2. If I got 4,000 people, $2 a month, I'll be at $8,000. I'll be able to help my business, help my family. Simple things like that. The greed is what actually, how can I say, destroy what we build in our community. Our perception of our value be so inflated because our ego is so destroyed that we literally hyperinflate our services and things when we can do simple things like that, make it actually affordable, and have your base, have your people. That's another thing. Us as Black people, and I'm talking about us as Black people, we want everybody base. You don't want everybody, you want your base. That's where you stop the competition. So when you have your base of I'm just giving you 20,000 people. 20,000 followers will literally $2 a month would get $2 a month. That give you 40,000. Yeah, if I mix that number up, it'll give you 40,000 a month. But what could we do with that? And then we take that money and make sure that it goes back to the people who supports us, and take that money, a portion of it, and build an independent party that is built on your values. Now, what you do is start with the organization. I'm a system builder, y'all. They done fucked up by COVID. I learned a lot. I learned how to triage and all that. You start with building the system first before you put the head there. The whole system got to be set up where you say, hey, this is what we're looking for. We need these 5 things addressed in our community. This is the plan to construct each board, put it together because it's board. And now we have a target person that can meet that need or represent it. They're the politician, they're the millionaire or whoever. And they have to solidify their position by following what the people need. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to be honest. But I just wanted to add a little bit to him, what he's saying, because what he's saying is 100% right. And we can do this because the revolution will not be televised. All we got to do is literally just teach in our homes. Teach what we can teach. Like I said, I was talking to a realtor today. You're a realtor. I know that they need a conventional course to get their realty license out here in America, but it's not illegal to sell houses. So if you teach 10, 15 Black people how to buy and sell houses without them having to do that, and then they circumvent that money back to you, y'all create a system where y'all have a referral system and make that shit happen, you're building your own industry right there. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Right from the living room. Right from what we used to do. Do we have to take it back? We ain't never scared. We just not gonna be in the streets playing with y'all dumbasses, protesting, and then having George Soros damn protesters in there with they all see through transparent skin derelicts. I witnessed that in Atlanta, Black Lives Matter protest. Fuck it all up. We not doing that this time. We doing this shit. Let's get to the end of this. We got 5 more minutes on this. Hit the like button. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi tonight on Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. This is one of our trending topics. I said, let's hit it. We're going to talk about it in a way that nobody talk about it at all. Nobody can give it to you the way Grace do. I have you up, have you down, have you around, have you smile, laugh, all type of shit. Let's go.
Focusing on our community.
Music almost there. Don't mess with.
Oh no!
It's a cultural divide.
Let's go.
You really about to do it?
You about to do it?
It's bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they try to break the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the
Yo,
Y'all gonna miss us.
all we want is a coffee, a couple of slices of pie. Is that all right?
No.
Don't worry, we not going nowhere, white people.
But do you have any Negro pies? Hey, Carla, come on, man. This woman ain't got the recipe for no Negro pie. Where would you get that recipe? Another establishment, we can get us some pies. So come on,
Thank you.
35 miles.
Come on, I'm not driving no 35 miles to get no pie. Lady, ma'am, okay? Now, we want some pie, okay? We are hungry, okay? We want, Billy, we want some pie. What?
I play this, you know why? Because white people don't know what's happening here. Y'all don't realize when we can laugh and joke about this type of shit and we know that it's real, you know we don't give a about nothing. We're pretty much over it. And when we get there, I tell you, it's like when a woman's fed up, it ain't no turning around. You don't know what you're going to get, especially when you've been abusing that woman, using that woman for all of those years. we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Let's finish just watch this little scene, and we're gonna start to taper off. Miss Smith, Wayman Smith, or is it gentleman Mr. Smith? I totally agree with this statement. Why can't we set up networks to help educate our youth with social media? That can be done. We need to prepare for this possibility. You know what? I have a whole page that I've been doing that, educating on real estate, on how to not just invest, but it's about doing your due diligence. And that's what I made the page about. It wasn't to sell my course, and I'm just giving you an example. It was literally to teach people how to do their due diligence, look for deeds, look for things, look for law. And if we take our platform and do that, we will start to structureize our kids' minds a little bit more. But we got two factors: the platform and the algorithm, and what our kids' attention. How do we teach our kids? It's hard to teach our kids right now. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take this off the screen because I think this is the last bit of it. I had a few more TikTok, but how do we teach our kids when they've been taught by AI? They've been literally taught by AI. And hold on, what they've been taught, and that's what I was just talking to someone about. Our kids are going through a total culture shock. Not only because the COVID and they were in the house for about a year and a half or whatever, but because technology raised them. What they saw on the internet, they believe was so real. It started off with Nickelodeon and the way Nickelodeon characters were behaving. I noticed that, and my kids would pick up this sarcastic type of talk, and like they were the adult, I was the kid. And when you start to watch Nickelodeon back in the day, it was always that tone where the kid was ridiculing some of the parents, and and they picked up on some of that. I started to eliminate that a little bit because I noticed the behavior. But when it came to Instagram, TikTok, those type of things, Roblox, these are some of the things that we don't pay attention, and our kids indulge, and they have this perspective. So the perspective was quick money, looking sexy, looking like you big, not, and they not thugs. I don't know what they are, but you know what I'm talking about. All this and it's nothing but scamming. Now they're realizing. I got 2 college students right now that's realizing that, oh shit, I can't. It's not like this. All that shit was fake. They're watching the TikTokers and those influencers literally crashing out right now. If they're not going to jail for scamming, suicide, all types of shit. Just they're seeing it in this little bit of time, so it's hitting them. And now they have to realize that the education that they got through the education system, which was the no kid left behind, left our kids behind. If you didn't pay attention to what your kids can do, you figured that out in COVID. You figured out that your kid couldn't read in COVID. A lot of people figured that out. And they say that a lot of our kids at a 3rd to 5th grade reading level in high school. So these things we have to circumvent. Now that we realize the system can be dismantled in a second, and they still collect our damn tax dollars. Trump is all this shit. He tearing it all up. I want my federal tax dollars back. I don't want to pay federal taxes. I owe taxes on the money that I made, on my hard work. And they got to pay taxes on all the food we buy, clothes, and taxes on other stuff, and tickets and fines. Yeah, they stretching this shit to the limit right now. So we can literally take this situation and create a miracle out of it. And it's very simple. It's just about sacrificing us literally wanting to enjoy life. Because when I started homeschooling my kids, it wasn't easy. But I started enjoying them more. I was with them more, and, we went through a lot. We go through a lot. They're still regular teens, but we're very close. And when they're out in the real world, people see that they're a little different because they have a different value base. It was my value base. It wasn't just the school value base for them being away for 8 hours. It was very, very strenuous, but that's something that we have to do. That last thing I want to hit, he said that, Jay said that, like, the white people don't have communities. I do believe they do have communities. I do believe when they have a goal, they know how to set it and stick together. And they make deals with other nations. And yeah, that's Obadiah. They do know how to get that done. But at the end of the day, there is a me, about me at the end of the day. And that's what we picked up as being descendants of slave. Me, I. We have to do away with the me, I. We literally have to focus on community and bringing our people to us. Meaning not all Black people, all people of color, but our people. Find your people, create your group, and crush it. Educate. Like we were just talking about the real estate. Or we talking about people who want to homeschool. You get 3 people who actually can homeschool, and and y'all get money together to have them homeschool the kids around the neighborhood. And because we're within a system, and you have vowed to be a U.S. citizen, you are obligated to some of the laws here unless you give your nationality up. And that means that even if they do away with some of the federal requirements, there's still mandated state requirements for minimum education requirements. You learn those and you go over and beyond. You see what I'm saying? You go over and beyond. This is going to go beyond color lines. As I told you guys, I know I made it about black and white because it's amazing. And I love the fact that we are the center of attention because I already know we've always been. But that doesn't mean that everyone is not going to be in on this fight. As you see, our cousins are coming in to fight. And that's what I'm going to say to my Hebrews. The ones that know our Lord and Savior Yeshua, or you call him Jesus, or whatever you call him, know that it's love. And God wants us all. There's something wicked going on. And it's matching up to that daggone book, if you believe it or not, or whatever your nationality is. And if you can't see it unravel, I promise you, you're going to feel it. So get ready. Black people, I want you to keep on striving, keep being strong. I know we cracking jokes and things like that, but you really going to have to buckle down. Don't share our secrets because you know they're going to steal them. And we're going to sit back and see what our brothers and sisters of the other nations do because we pretty much over it. And we're going to let God stand in our glory. That's where we at right now. So let the segregation begin, baby, because I've been waiting for it. I love you guys. Shout out to Levi family. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. We're going to be doing, getting back to our Dalton and Thornton highlight topic on this channel. See y'all tomorrow. Let's play this. Let's go.
That which when a man has found, he hideth. And for joy thereof goeth and selleth everything he hath and buyeth that field. Yeah, I'ma need that. Understanding, I'ma heed that. Straight truth, I'ma speak that. I'ma eat that, sleep that, breathe that. Genesis and Revelation, I'ma read that. Pop to the devil face, tell him keep back. Try to offer me is rich, tell him keep that. Try to offer me is women, but I beat that. Woo, bigger than just the kingdom. I love your child, you wanna meet him. Don't wanna mad at me when I see him. So I gotta put my sin down and leave him. All about a higher business. Ain't no game, it's survival of the fittest. Ain't about to be no rest for the wicked. Ain't no slack, gotta get it over. Yeah. Up, get it, up, don't stop, up, get it. The kingdom of the highness shall come.